Week 3. Back in the Andre Miller studios.
Yes.
Fumbling the Bag podcast. Richard Jason, you're the
here.
host.
Week 3.
Man, we took a bath last week. What'd you do, Dre?
I did. I went 3-1 and a push. So I didn't do bad, but, still, overall, it was a bad week in the NFL as far as...
Yeah, just pain. It was pain everywhere.
Yes, it was a lot of pain.
Yeah.
I mean, the dogs were covering. The dogs covered.
And I wasn't on any of them.
Well, I had read, too, and did research that week 2, usually there are more dogs than not that win. So
I wasn't
it's
even...
one of those.
I was set in my ways thinking the good teams were still good.
Well, I mean...
Learn my lesson.
You always have the next week.
Yeah, we got this week. It's, we can,
Can't wait.
I can't wait for it. We got, Thursday Night Football with a terrible, terrible game to start us off. I got 3 bets this week for us.
Okay.
I'm going on vacation on Friday. I'm going to set my bets tonight/tomorrow. That's it for your boy. You'll see me in the show probably next Wednesday or Thursday. We might be late with it. Might do something a little different besides the normal show. We'll see what we got for the people.
Yeah.
It just depends on how I feel, and hopefully I travel safe and I'm back alive. That's
man.
number
Safe
one.
travels, man.
Yeah, it should be good.
It's good to get away though, man.
Yeah.
Take a vacation and just kind of let yourself go and reset.
It's going to be a lot of nature. That's kind of what we have planned, so I'm excited for it. I need to get the fuck out of the state for a few... Ugh.
Doing something different,
Yeah, blow some money on something besides losing bets. That's, probably better for the mental health. So we'll start it off. Neither of us have a best bet on Jets New England Thursday,
No,
right?
Not at all.
Okay, yeah, I'll pass on it. We'll talk about our total leans at the end of the show. Please stay tuned. Like, subscribe to the channel, everyone. We appreciate it. If you even got this far in the video, please, again, all the love in the world to anyone who listens to this. We really don't take it for granted.
We love y'all.
Yeah, bless it, bless it, bless it. Andre, please, as the champion of last week, I went 1-2. Bills did their thing. Colts, Cowboys, they're in the doghouse for me officially.
I did have the Colts. That's the one I lost. Houston, they pushed. Push in the bush. Not Reggie Bush. That's just a saying,
Yep.
But 3-1, I'll take 3-1. So, I think we are tied for our top
Yeah,
top
I'm 5.
records.
Yeah, 5-3 for me, 5-3 for you.
Yeah. Well, actually, I'm 4-3.
Yeah.
And 1. So
4-3. Yeah, I got you by 1 or half a game.
Right.
If we're talking hockey here.
But I'm week 3 I'm not liking a lot of these spreads, but we'll go with it. I got 3 top picks that I have, and maybe an additional. I'll have to see. Mm-hmm. I'll let you guys know. In my former Instagram, or I might just do it on the YouTube channel. Just print it. Just type it in.
For me, just watch the show, please. Just watch the show. This is where you're getting the information from me. I'm not trying to lead you astray. I haven't posted either weeks yet. If you really needed to know and you look back at the show, I believe I am 8-7-1 week 1, 8-8 last week. So, and then best bets 5-3.
Yeah.
College I got washed on too, but
I went 5-9-2 last week. This week 7-7-2, 2 pushes.
Yeah.
So, got to do better.
Yeah. A lot of opportunities left early in the year, everyone. Remember, gamble responsibly. Don't fumble the bag. Andre, start us off. What's your best bet of the week?
Best bet. I'm going with the Colts.
Oh, you're going back.
I'm going back, man.
At least it's been there every week now.
I know, right?
Every week we've had the Colts.
Well, I like the spread. It's a pick 'em.
Yeah, I lean them too, so I'm there.
-1. I just the way I feel like Houston is 2-0, okay, in the division. Colts got to stay somewhat close, right? I mean, plus they've lost the last 2 games. I think they're due for a win.
If they don't win, I think only one team in the last 20 years has made playoffs.
Yeah.
And then if you wanted to count the expanded playoff with 7 teams, the Pittsburgh Steelers would have been the other in like 2014.
Yes, I thought about that too. The Bears and Caleb, they're still trying to figure things out. I know they've already, won a game. They got a game under their belt where they won, but they still look out of sync, trying to figure things out. Caleb especially. That offensive line is still horrible.
That's kind of what I was thinking too. They shouldn't have covered Sunday night.
They really shouldn't have won their first game.
Or won their first game, yeah.
And they shouldn't have covered. You're right about that.
Did you know Drake May has as many passing touchdowns as Bo Nix, Caleb Williams, and Jaden Daniels?
Wow.
And he ain't even play a game?
That's not good for those three players.
I mean, Jaden Daniels rushed 2 in, so I'll give him that.
They're rookies though too. I mean, just give them a chance, an opportunity. But the Colts are at home, and I think they'll play better at home. They know they played really bad against Green Bay.
Is this considered a rivalry, by the way? Like, you're the kind of the authority on this.
No, I don't think it is. Well, they did play each other in the Super Bowl.
Yeah, Peyton Manning.
So I guess a semi rivalry game, but not really. Yeah. Not so much, okay. But I mean it can turn into one. You know what I mean? But like I said, the Bears O-line is still pretty bad. But I think Anthony Richardson must play better. The Colts defense, the defensive line especially, has to play better. They gave up a lot of running yards against Green Bay.
Josh Jacobs, 32 carries.
Yeah, man. They kept
149 yards.
And I think this is how Green Bay is probably going to play. That's their strategy. Because of Love.
But they don't even have a good O-line. We just talked about. You just reiterated, right? Like, the O-line is still kind of shitty, so, yeah.
Well, I was talking about Chicago.
Oh, that's what I mean, Chicago, yeah. Like, their O-line's still shitty.
Right, so I'd say the Colts, defensive line should not dominate, but they should play better. They should be better, you know what I mean?
We'll see if DeForest Buckner's playing.
Yeah, and I think Jonathan Taylor should be a factor in this game. He should be. He had 12 carries, 103 yards against Green Bay. Now I think the Bears defense I think is a little bit better than Green Bay's, but keep feeding that young man the ball.
Yeah, okay? I'm just afraid of Anthony Richardson. This is why I'm staying away and not betting the game. But I lean with you on Indianapolis. It's just that Anthony Richardson really struggled at like the thing pros do at this level, which is connect on short passes, check down throws. Yeah. Like, he's a guy who can run and throw a bomb once in a while, but, it doesn't equate to winning football. Like, look at Patrick Mahomes right now. He has the shortest, attempt per yards, in the air right now in the whole league. He's the best QB.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Mahomes, you can't compare Mahomes to anybody. I mean,
yes, you can. He's throwing the shortest passes and succeeding. That's
what I'm saying.
That's what Tom Brady did. That's what Peyton Manning did.
But okay, that's a short list, though. That's what I'm saying. You just chose two of the best.
Stafford, all these guys, short passes. They all succeed in short passes.
What I'm saying, though, he has more than short passes. Though Mahomes can do damn near everything.
Oh, he can,
So I wouldn't compare anybody.
They keep him game manager. If you're a good game manager, you can win games.
Well, that's true. Yeah. But the only person I would compare to Mahomes right now is nobody. Not in the league right now. I mean, because he just...
Yeah, with this whole 150 yards last week and a win.
I know.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I didn't think that was no special performance.
It's not, but he's a winner, though. He manages to win these types of games all the time. It got to be something... This Andy Reid's thing that he's doing, the system.
4th and 16, throw the flag, give him the game.
That was bad. But that was a PI, though. That was a PI.
Yeah, he was early, but...
And he's going to get the benefit of that call because he's Patrick Mahomes. Yeah. You know how it goes.
Yeah, and Joe Burrow never wins week 2 or 1. So.
Right. But I agree with you with Anthony Richardson, though. I mean, he has to play better, and that's something that I think he'll eventually learn. He may not be the best at it, but he'll get it. He'll get it. I mean, Lamar Jackson, he's been in the league. He would be a similar player to Richardson in my, reception.
Yeah, I actually agree.
And he still doesn't get that too much. I mean, he doesn't do well at that. He's better at it though now. But I'm gonna take the Colts on that.
On that.
Hopefully they don't burn me again, man.
I like it, so I'm with you. I'll give you my best bet of the week. It is San Francisco -7 over the Rams. Let's just give you the down low on how injured this team is. Joe Noboom, IR. Jonah Jackson, out. Avila, IR. Leviston, questionable. I think they get one guy back from suspension, but it's all guys no one knows. No offense to them players.
Right.
The average casual's not looking at the Rams depth charts week in and week out. Oh, don't forget Puka, IR. Cooper Kupp, IR. You're throwing at Tutu Atwell, Demarcus Robinson, Higbee's still on IR till he comes back. I forgot who the goober is. I picked up Kobe Parkinson for tight end. He had 2 targets, 1 catch last week, 2 yards. Great play. Bad pickup, fantasy. So we understand on the other side of the ball, Debo is out. CMC is on IR. Drake Greenlaw's also on IR. I didn't realize that at the beginning of the year. So he's missing at least 2 more games. Again, it's a rivalry game. Mm-hmm. You're going to have more Niners fans at SoFi than Rams fans, so it's more of a home game for San Francisco. I just got to take a team that's probably pissed off after dropping a bad one. They deserved to lose that game to Minnesota last week. They played dog shit. So they got to change game plan up, stomp a rival, and best bet, San Francisco -7.
I like that bet, and I was leaning towards that bet as well. But I don't know. The Debo situation kind of scared me, but I know the Rams have tons of injuries though. But can Debo stay healthy 1 year? Just 1 year. Just give me 13 games. You know what I mean?
He's not going to.
Man, that's
not going to.
That's horrible. But I agree with you on that pick. I just didn't take it as my money pick, but that's a solid pick right there.
That's the one. That's my one. I thought I was gonna give you guys like 5 this week. I was pretty pissed off Sunday. Defeated, some would say.
I was defeated Saturday.
Yeah. but like Tua Tugavailoa, I will rise again.
Oh, you think he rises?
He's gonna play. Somehow he's going to play this year.
Yeah, he'll come back and play, right? Yeah.
I guess. I fear for that man. That one was gut-wrenching to see.
He has a tough decision to make.
He already made the decision. He's playing.
Oh, he already said.
Yeah, he already said he has no intentions. Yeah, he intends on playing this week. He's not going on IR.
What?
Yeah.
So he's playing.
He's not going to play this week.
Okay, not this.
No, look at the lines. No, you can't play after a concussion. That's just league protocol.
But he said he's coming back though.
Yeah, he might be back next week. But I think it's going to be
after.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think it's going to be the same thing as last year. They're going to hold him like 7-8 weeks, man.
Yeah, they will. And they should. And he needs to really think about his future. I mean, it's tough because I know he's played football all his life. He loves the sport. I get it. But you got to look at, some of these other players that made that decision to keep playing or even maybe had 2 or 3 concussions and now they have CTE.
Kevin Cobb, Antonio Brown.
Oh, my God.
I can only imagine what Frank Gore's going to be like. Herschel Walker.
Oh, prime example, right?
Yeah. I mean, there's certain guys you're just like, yeah, that guy got stupid because of football. So
yeah, man. Plus drunk, man.
We wish you well to don't rush coming back to the game. The game will always move on without you, unfortunately.
And he just signed that big-ass contract last year.
Yeah, he got a ton of guaranteed money. You can walk away right now.
He could.
For me, I would walk away. I would, hopefully he wasn't listening to this podcast.
Right. Fumbling the bag to her.
That's what I'm saying. Don't fumble the bag or, risk your life. I don't know. 2 totally different things. We will move on. I will give you my second best bet of the week. Guys, you already know. Detroit Lions -3 over Arizona. Yeah, I'm back on the Detroit Lions, guys. Fucking deal with it. I didn't give you it. This is a best bet last week. We were wrong on our lean. Tampa Bay showed up. Lions played like cowards. I just got faith. I don't even have to give you anything besides Arizona's lost 10 in a row following a win. Up-down theory, I think the Lions still win by 3 here. Amon-Ra's probably out this week. Do I care? Fire up Jameson Williams, guys.
Right. I'm not mad at you about this pick because usually whenever Detroit doesn't cover, or if they just all out lose, they come back next game like gangbusters.
That was the case for them in the last couple of years. They pretty much cover after a loss every time too.
Yeah, so I think it's a pretty solid pick. Now we see what Arizona has been doing. I know people get scared, like, oh no, I don't know about this one, but
We just talked about the Rams.
Right.
Very injured team.
yeah,
Not gonna. I just think that was an outlier performance, and they did okay against the Bills too. But again, they got 7 points on like a kickoff return too. Like they should have lost that game by 13.
Okay.
And there's some bad clock management by Buffalo in that too. So benefit of the doubt. Give me the Lions.
Yeah, that's my lane. The Lions for sure.
Okay, that's great. What do you got for your next best bet?
I have Steelers -1.5 against the Chargers.
My guy.
Steelers, they're going to be at home. I think the defense is just playing really, really well right now. I think they'll stifle the Chargers. I think they'll somehow, stifle Mr. Herbert. It's just something about the Steelers right now, man. Justin Fields is, although he's not putting up huge numbers.
Unlimited.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Does he play?
What'd you say?
Does Mr. Unlimited play?
No, Mr. Unlimited does not play. I don't believe he does. I think
he rides the pine all year. So
all year, really.
yeah.
Okay.
I think Fields is just better.
Fields is better at this particular, time in Russell's career. I think Fields is better. Fields is not turning the ball over either. Is what I like. He doesn't have huge numbers, but he's not turning the ball over, and that's huge right there.
Yeah, he also hasn't been like running for his fucking life. So
yeah, that line is kind of holding up, right?
Holding up better than most, unlike the Bears O-line. So
yeah,
because Caleb was dancing on Sunday.
Right,
wasn't good.
He was. He had to too, man. He was doing all the latest dances, wasn't he?
Yeah, he been a nasty girl.
But for the Chargers, they haven't played anybody either, man. The Panthers, really, and then Las Vegas. I know these are your Las Vegas boys, but come on, man. I mean, Las Vegas had a bad game against them. Let's just say that.
Just beat the Ravens on the road, but
yeah, they did. They did. You're right, but I'm just saying,
yeah.
I still think, week 2 was crazy. Was an anomaly to me, so to speak. So I just think the Steelers are just a better team. I think their defense is better. They're at home. I like the coaching. Harbaugh is not a bad coach, though. But I think your boy Tomlin, is a really great coach.
Great coach. Yeah. 9 wins every year.
Exactly. So I'm taking the Steelers 1.5. Get that early, guys, because it could possibly go.
Yeah, I mean, it was open at 2.5. It's been going back and forth all week. You're going to see that kind of action again. This is why we do the show early. We get our numbers early. Like, that half-point shit matters, man. That's why I got burned on Houston. Man. I ended up,
oh my gosh,
throwing a little bet in Sunday on that.
So many times I've got burnt by that half a point. Let me do.
And I felt way better losing by like 30 with my Dallas bet. I was like, that's great. I didn't have to watch after the first quarter. I knew it was 21-3. I was like, pfft.
Dallas is a disappointment, man. And I'm not even a fan, and they're a disappointment.
Yeah.
But I wanted to do my third pick and then just let you.
Oh, absolutely, go for it. Maybe we have the same pick. Who knows?
Well, this is the same game. And it's the under.
Oh, okay, same game. No, I didn't have a prop. You're the first one to give the under over for a best bet this year. Congratulations.
Oh, I ain't done yet. Hopefully this one hits. It's 35 and 5. 35
and a
half. Yeah.
Yep.
I just like the defense, on both. Well, the Steelers are offensively challenged right now, I believe. You know what I mean?
They both
kind of are, right?
Barn burner game ready? I think Steelers have only scored 1 touchdown this year.
Exactly. And the Chargers, I think the Carolina game was 26-3. The second game was 22-10.
Yeah.
So I like the under. 35-5.
J.K. Dobbins making a run for comeback.
J.K. did his thing. I give him credit for that.
His odds went from 40-1 to plus 450 for comeback player of the year. But also, my DeMar Hamlin, 100-1 went to 16-1.
Oh, your shit is looking real good now.
Yeah, he's still like 7th on the list, but they had to change the odds real quick on it.
I tell you what, if Buffalo makes the playoffs and wins 1 or 2 games, and he plays solid and plays, or plays well.
Well, the award's given before the season, at the end of the season, not before the playoffs.
Oh, is it? Okay. Yeah, okay. Yeah. Well, if he plays well during the regular season.
Yeah. If he
And
gets
which
like
he
a pick
probably
six, that's what I'm praying for. Just like
pick six, yeah.
airmail one, someone just give him an easy one, and then I'm like, all right, we have a chance.
Why are you still concerned about Aaron Rodgers?
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure. But again, the media hates him, so I don't think they would vote him.
Okay.
That's just my honest opinion.
And, you know, Aaron has such an ego. He probably would poo-poo that award.
Yeah, he wouldn't want. I don't think he would even want it.
I know he's such an a-hole. Man.
Yeah. One of the worst guys. And again, it's so funny. I was thinking about this the other day. I was like, man, even as much as I hate Aaron Rodgers, I wouldn't want what's happening to Tua to happen to A-Rod. Like, break a leg, that's one thing. Become human mush, that's another thing.
Yeah, I wouldn't want that to happen to anybody. I really wouldn't.
Even in my rival teams, I don't.
Yeah, because that is just such a sad thing because, you know, not only would Tua have to deal with it, but his family and friends would have to deal with that and see that. And that just would be an awful thing, man.
I agree with you tenfold.
You know, but that is my pick. That's the under 35.
Under 35, yeah, just two offensively challenged teams. I think they shut down J.K. Dobbins this week.
Yes.
T.J. Watt's an animal, man.
He is.
That whole defense, I didn't realize like Patrick Queen's on that team and Fitzpatrick's still there. Alex Highsmith got a really big contract too.
He did.
But he's great. He's a great D-end. So,
well, let me ask you very quickly: T.J. Watts or Hutchinson?
Watt
is Aiden in the house?
Aiden's second on that list, though. Yeah,
okay,
he's right there.
I'm just saying he got what 4.5 sacks.
Yeah,
last game.
Yeah, he game record, but I think Watt single-handedly won that game against Atlanta, and again game wrecked against Denver last week. So
great player, man, great player.
All right, I will give you my final bet of the week. It's a great one. It's a winner because nothing this team does is good. I got Vegas covering 5.5 or 5 against Carolina. Any number. I know it's the Devils number. I know Andy Dalton's starting. Bryce Young's possibly one of the biggest busts of all time, but we can't even really give him that because this team is that bad. This is like, 08 Lions proportion. Like, it's pretty pathetic what we're seeing here. Maybe we'll get more drinks, thrown out of the CEO suite onto the fans. That sounds great. David Tepper, sell the fucking team, you moron. They've been outscored 74-13 so far. They're turned into a guy that, all things considered, is pretty much done too. He knows the offense. I think that's why. And really the thing is he's taller. That's just being challenged with size. Like, even Drew Brees was considered a short quarterback, but he was 6'1". This guy's 5'10". Can't see over these linemen. He's afraid to make the, easy throws. And, I just don't see this guy playing in the league past his first contract or, low end, like just fumbled the. You want to talk about a team that fumbled the bag? Carolina Panthers trading picks, trading Brian Branch too late, not drafting C.J. Stroud. I mean, just epic levels of failure, and that might be the saddest place on earth is that stadium. And I'm about to be out there. I was thinking about if they had a home game, I was going to try and go out to it.
Yeah. Well, he is short, but how tall is Kyler Murray?
He's 6'1".
Is he 6'1"?
Yeah.
He looks
all those guys
short.
are like 6. Yeah. Kyler Murray's short too, but he's 6
But
foot.
he has got a couple inches though.
Yeah.
I just think that Carolina has failed this quarterback. I mean, he is playing horribly. Don't get it twisted, but
it's the whole team.
The whole team sucks, man. The ownership. I mean, everybody just sucks right now, man. And, they've messed with this young man's confidence.
Yeah, you just in that too. Yeah, like you just look at advanced stats. You're gonna see Bryce Young's name really at the bottom of it all. And it's almost unfair just because of the situation. Like I would like to see him on like a somewhat competent team and just to see put him on the Patriots, just see what would happen.
But is anybody going to take a chance on this young man now?
Someone will do the Trey Lance type of thing because remember Trey Lance was the number 9 pick, and I just think that's the way of the draft now. And like me and you talked about, I just think they reach so early on these guys. Like Bo Nix was a reach, JJ McCarthy was a reach. Mm-hmm. Like,
well, does that say something about college football? Well, that particular year, as far as the quarterback is concerned, like maybe there weren't any good quarterbacks to choose from, and they just
In free
like,
agency,
okay.
yeah. I think people were just reaching. That's just
that
a
was a
thing.
reach.
And try and lock up a guy for 4 years, instead of, but just it's tough for me to really evaluate any sort of college talent. Like, you're going to see a guy in the 6th round this year be an awesome player. It happens every year.
Yeah. And I think the portal doesn't make it any better, man.
No, it's
Really.
making recruiting worse and evaluations worse. Like, look at Florida State right now. Oh, my God.
Goodness.
What a fucking shit show.
Well, like I told you in our mystery person,
Yeah.
he portaled out of Clemson.
Yeah.
I remember him from Clemson. I was like, he is not that
Yeah,
good.
he went to Oregon State and then portaled out of there.
Oh, okay. So, he probably wasn't that good to begin with anyway.
Mm-hmm.
So, you take the bitter with the sweet with that. But, I hope that Bryce Young can just kind of, I don't know what he needs to do right now. He just needs to keep playing, practice harder.
I'll have to pull the soundbite up, but he said basically I can only trust in God at this point. So
I know,
things are
right?
bleak out there, so I feel bad for all my. I'm feeling for him. So let's move on to.
But I like that pick though, and
Thank you.
I'm leaning towards what you go. Who are they playing?
They're playing the Raiders.
I'm leaning towards the Raiders. Yeah, Vegas.
Yep. Yes, sir. All right. As we lean towards Vegas, let's give them all our leans for the week and give our. We actually got our mystery picker to give us his picks this week. So, okay. Before I mince my words and blah 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 blah, we will give you the breaking news, or Andre will.
Yes, Tua. Miami put Tua on IR, which is 4 weeks
Minimum.
So we don't know when he's coming back.
Best in your recovery, Tua, like we talked about. Just,
Yeah.
you hate to see it, even as a diehard Bills fan over here.
Yeah, I feel bad for the Miami fans and Tua, of course, and his family.
Yeah.
And the team. I mean, it's just one of those bad things, man, where you don't know what's going to happen. But I hope we pray for Tua.
He's
Hope
a
for
man
the
of
best.
faith. He'll trust the science or whatever those guys say.
We'll go with that. Yeah.
You know how those guys are. Like, I did the science, and it's okay if I get knocked in the head a few more times. Some MMA fighters and boxers do it all the time. But still, again, I just, feel terrible for it all.
Oh yeah.
And sad that it was DeMar Hamlin that fucking did it. And I'm glad he didn't, head-to-head him or something. It was just Tua on his own accord being a dumbass.
Tua plunged into him head first, right?
Yeah. So, with that said, let's get into rapid fire time.
All right.
However, my man's got to get his mystery picks out the way. I'll give them to you right now before we give ours. Chargers plus 1.5. Houston minus 2.5. New Orleans minus 2.5. And Thursday Night Football, New England 6.5. We'll see how he does.
We're keeping tabs on those picks too, Mystery Man.
Mystery Man, we're keeping an eye on you. Maybe he'll show up at the end of the year in a Darth Vader mask or something.
Sounding like Darth Vader.
Yeah,
too.
no, we're gonna give him the full modulation, and no one will ever get to know who you are, Mystery Man. Anyways, Thursday night, New England Jets. Jets 6.5-point favorites. Give me New England with the points.
I'm taking the Jets.
Taking the Jets, fair enough.
Yeah.
Tampa Bay hosting Denver. They're 7-point favorites. Give me Denver 7 here. They cover one.
Give me Tampa Bay.
Fair enough. This one was close to being a lock because, I don't know, well, the Giants are going to get a kicker, but Cleveland hosting the G-Men. Cleveland 6-point favorites here. Give me Cleveland giving the points.
I'm going to take the G-Men. I think they, I felt like they should have won the game against Washington.
Mm-hmm.
But things happened. I heard that they didn't have a field goal kicker.
Yeah.
So that was horrible.
Don't want to talk about that shit show game. Go
Right.
Commanders, left hand up. Pittsburgh, Chargers we've talked about. We both lean Pittsburgh. His other best bet is under 35.5, correct?
Correct. Demundo.
Correct. Okay. Houston going on the road to Minnesota is 2.5-point favorites. Give me Houston here. I don't believe the hype in Minnesota just yet.
I'm taking the Texans too.
Good. All right. Green Bay going on the road to Tennessee. This is the what the fuck line of the week. Tennessee's a 3-point favorite here. I lean Tennessee. They know Malik Willis better than anyone.
Right. For that one, I'm going I'm going with Green Bay.
Fair enough.
I'm gonna go with Green Bay.
Fair enough. Philly going on the road to New Orleans. They're 2.5-point dogs here. I lean Philly heavy. This was another one I was like, I'd probably take a money line. I think they win the game outright.
I'm taking Philly as well.
Yeah, I'm just not buying the hype on Minnesota and New Orleans just yet.
Right. I understand that.
Chicago, Indy we talked about. We both lean Indy. That was his best bet of the week. I like it too. Carolina, Vegas, we both lean Vegas. With the 5 or 5.5, would you take either? Or
I take either or.
Yeah, it's at 5.5. I see. We can get a 5 certain books. And that's shit. Alternate lines are a thing too, guys. Don't ever forget it. Miami versus Seattle. That's at 4.5 at this point, but with Tua probably going to IR while we recorded this, it's probably shot up back to 5. But I lean Seattle 4.5.
I'm gonna go Dolphins for some reason.
Skylar Thompson and the
Dolphins.
Backup QBs.
I'm just not settled on the Seahawks either. That's probably why.
All the times I've tried thinking books want to have backup QBs cover. They don't, man. Just feels like they never do. Except last week, Malik Willis fucking covered.
Yeah.
Thanks,
isn't that
guys.
something, man.
Thanks, Indianapolis. Detroit and Arizona we've talked about. Second best bet of the week, go Detroit Lions.
Yeah, that's my lean, Lions.
San Francisco Rams. I lean San Francisco with the 7. Also my best bet of the week.
I'm leaning San Fran.
Baltimore, Dallas, we haven't talked about this one. This is a big game for Baltimore and Dallas. I lean Baltimore to upset Dallas here, and they both go to 1 and 2.
I'm leaning Cowboys. I'm going to give the Cowboys a second chance. I know I talk about them, but they're at home again. They played horribly. They should want to play better, and I think they'll play a little bit better than Baltimore will.
They play a scary team.
Yeah, they do.
That's what scares me off. I can't even read what the fuck I wrote. Oh, this is the Sunday night game. Kansas City, 3.5-point favorites on the road to Atlanta. Give me Atlanta here. They just beat a good team, and if they do what they did on the ground and control clock, they can hang with anyone and maybe even win.
Yeah, give me the Dirty Birds too. I'm leaning with them.
Yeah.
I mean, they got a little confidence now too.
Sadly, I won't pretty much watch any of these games. So,
you'll be out of town.
Yeah,
man.
I'm out of town. Even Monday, the Bills I'll be watching probably in a hotel before I'm driving home Tuesday. So, Jags playing the Bills. Monday night doubleheader. Of course, it's two of my favorite teams, and I barely will get to watch it. So kind of a bummer, but also kind of good because I'm very nervous for the Bills game. Full disclosure, I do not like the Bills this week. I always like the Bills, but I don't like them to cover 5.5. Give me Jacksonville.
I'm going Bills, man. I'm going Bills. I know the history, and you told me the history about it.
9-6.
Like I said, those types of things
London.
are meant to be broken.
Yeah.
And it happens on that particular game.
We're also bad at Monday Night Football, so just a heads up. And last but not least, Cincinnati hosting the Commanders. It's a 7.5-point line. This is always where Cincinnati turns it around. I think they cover this game, man. Pretty much no problem. Give me the 7.5.
Yeah, this one I'm taking the Bengals, but this was going to be my top pick as well, and it still may be. But definitely the Bengals, do their thing, man. They will be 1 and 2. Yeah. And they'll probably win this game by 10 to 14 points.
I like to think that, yeah. There'll be drama in one of these two games on Monday night. I just think it's going to be the Jacksonville-Buffalo game. Washington, good for fantasy if you got Jane Daniels. I don't think Terry's done anything, has he?
No.
Terry McLaurin's done nothing?
He hasn't.
Yeah. I know Brian Robinson
not.
Jr.'s been okay.
Right.
But, yeah. Let's hope it's a better week than last week, because if they're all like that, this show's definitely, goes by its name. We've fumbled the bag every week.
Well, let's talk about this for a second. Like week 2, it was, although the Dogs won and people didn't expect a lot of things, do you think it was competitive? Like some of the games were kind of competitive.
Lions game was competitive. Vegas was very competitive. Kansas City was super competitive.
Hey, that Houston Chicago game was
Houston,
competitive.
Chicago, yeah. I mean, even Atlanta, Philadelphia last night, very competitive games.
Yeah. So I mean,
and it goes to the adage, one score league.
so if you didn't bet and you just were watching the games, you probably was like, okay, this is parity right here.
Yeah, except me, who had possibly the 2 worst bets of the week. So,
Well, I took Dallas.
Sorry, guys.
I took Dallas, and I'm kicking myself in the head and the ass for that one.
Same.
So, hey, you win some, you lose some.
Yeah,
I didn't mean to do that.
Yeah, rode high on Thursday, Friday. I felt blue the rest of the week, and we'll turn it around. We'll see you guys next Wednesday, we're hoping.
Yes.
And safe travels to me.
Subscribe and like.
See y'all later.